Very
much as the favourite here. Toney in the black. But Thornton has the reputation of being a mood will we see Toney in.
Well, Toney looks very, very quick. He's thrown that jab very sharply. I think it's always a good indicator, the very first.
It's Toney's first defence of the title since dethroning Iran Barkley in Las Vegas back in February. Since then he's had 5 non-title wins. Thornton has put together a run.
Thornton's not the greatest mover, but
there's a feeling that Thornton in 8 years here to Toney. Toney started impressively fast with the jab, switching it.
He looks very strong, he's very compact, and he's firing back with his own jab.
I think Toney's landing a good deal more, though. He's taking quite a few of Thornton.
He is. At this moment, he looks like he's willing to stand in front of Thornton.
With a sensational win. And 11th round. Lights out Toney, but it's not really that appropriate a nickname because he's not a one-punch knockout artist. He tends to wear.
He does. He wears them down. He's got a good variety of shots, but he can pull out that big one, as he did with Michael No.
Thornton looks focused. Black shorts, Thornton in white.
And you know, try and get a.
Toney will be looking for those body shots to bring.
It's got to be what the corner telling him. Very high, nice problem. He's got to try and bring them hands.
Well, you're unlikely to see either of these two making too many backward steps. For Thornton, really, it's probably a last chance to get into the really big time.
It is. This is a great opportunity. Probably fighting here the best super. Give it everything. Good shots from Toney there. He just threw it.
Toney's a good technician.
But Thornton's not letting them get away.
You would think on the form book this one go all the way, certainly into the later rounds anyway. That's good headshots there by Toney. Nice sharp jabbing from him as well. But as Glenn's saying, quite unfazed boiling up here in Tulsa. You saw just how dangerous water on the canvas can be on the Lennox Lewis-Frank Bruno night when one of the undercard fights was degenerated into something of a farce, with boxers slipping around. Toney's hand speed is something that Thornton is having just a wee bit of trouble with, and he's starting to put the punches together pretty well, Toney.
Yes, he's starting to open up a little bit, throw a few more shots. Forward constantly, that's a good ploy that he's adopting.
Brought up by his mum in Ann, the town, and he still goes back there, even though he's a big name there, to help out selling the bread sometimes. A lot of the punches landing.
There is, but we see that Thornton looks very strong, and he's doing the right thing in trying to push Toney back.
Weight has just dropped off. Again, the body shot from Thornton, pretty impressive. Better round this for Thornton.
It is. He's pressed forward and he's landing with some good shots. He's looking very strong.
So have we seen the first little shift in fortunes, Toney? But in this round, Toney Thornton, this is round 4, due to go 12. Toney, the champion, in the black shorts, starting very fast behind that piston-like jab in the opening stages of round 4.
He's not going to let Toney settle into this fight.
Toney's had 8 world title fights, Thornton just 1. And he looks sharp here in this round as Toney. And confident, I must say, the champion.
He does. It's sometimes he occasionally looks a little bit too casual.
Right uppercut was a good shot from Toney, and Thornton, this is a good round for Toney. He's reassessed so far.
Yes, he's getting off first. He's using that jab. He's also using the lead right hand quite often. It's a shot you don't see very often, but he uses it very well, James Toney.
A bit one-dimensional, don't you?
A little bit clumsy. He gets his shots off very, very quick, very sharp. He goes a little bit lazy and a little bit too much. But good shots there.
And he really sets himself when he throws his punches, doesn't he, Hurtful?
He does. He really plants his feet.
Last few seconds of this 4th round, around trouble at the moment, anyway.
Yes, I'd agree with that. Some of the better work has obviously come from Toney, the fast, sharp work as we're seeing here. But Thornton just still keeps plodding on, throwing some good, solid shots and keep marching forward.
Home, of course, to watch this. How you think James Toney would shape against Chris Eubank or Nigel Benn. Maybe the day will dawn when we actually get round to seeing that fight. Goodness knows there's been enough talk.
He switched it there from head to body.
Find anything in his armory to unsettle this impressive champion. Can Toney, I don't know whether they're right. Having said that, he did.
Yes, occasionally he flicks out a lead right hand, but not. He hasn't really let go with any great power. Like we just seen it there, a very fast, sharp shot, but he isn't really. He's not loading up with the right hand.
Last minute of round 5. Oh, that's a good left from Thornton. That was maybe his best punch so far. To cover up for a moment, I think he felt the weight of that.
Yes, it was a good, solid shot. Toney just doubled up the left hook to head and body, and Thornton come out with a very good left hand.
Now, his head was in a bit of a tizzy. He let it clear, and back he comes. But Thornton showing that he may still have something in the tank here, and he twist in the plot.
I think it's always very interesting to hear what the corners are saying to their man, and also how they're trying to motivate him. We just hear Toney's camp there. They seem very, pretty Toney's doing, but they just said, relax, come on, let's give him a little bit more. We can do some more. And he's trying to oblige them.
Thornton. Ten years a professional, and who does his training in Philadelphia. He can more or less get the road work done while he's doing the deliveries, can't he?
He can, yes. Every morning I'd imagine he jogs around with his sack. Toney's loading up that right hand now. He's trying and do. He's being content to go back.
Counter with the jab though from Thorney Liberties. There was one occasion stipulated weight the title on the scales. That was against Delaki. There were the two Mike McCallum fights. One was given as a...
He's had that one round, but Toney's has stole it just by that good, nice, clean box, and he's done the faster, sharper work.
Glenn and I have given Thornton just one round so far, the third.
Stubborn resistance all the time, and he's getting through some good shots. I think he's losing now because he doesn't have the...
It's not ludicrously one-sided or anything like that, but he's just been one notch down, hasn't he?
That's right.
Toney?
He's just a gear lower. He's just not getting his...
Play whether Toney will start to wear Thornton down to the extent we think of getting a stoppage in the later rounds. It's been a brave, courageous effort though from Thornton. He's stayed with it, he's tried to match this champion, and as Glenn was saying, he's had his successes, but not enough of them.
Yes, I don't think we can question Thornton's will. He's tried, he's trying throughout. Every time Toney has a good spell, Thornton comes back with his own shots. Not as quick, but very solid.
Good jabs from Thornton there. 3 or 4 of them thudding in. Then the little chopping right hand as well. He's doing some good work now in the last minute of this round.
A lot faster and a lot more often.
This is a better round for Thornton, and if anything, he just looks to be picking up the pace and the tempo a wee bit. He needed to... Good rally from Thornton in this round. And changes the nappies and brings this little girl to the gym. Short's the champion here. Now, can Thornton build on that little bridgehead he established in the last round? Time that happened, Toney came back in a big way to roll the round afterwards.
And that's the mark of a good champion. They can't let their opponent do that. Thornton had a good round, put Thornton on the retreat, put him on the roll.
The only blemishes on Toney's record are 2 draws against Sanderline Williams at KGO Pro, who pushed Nigel Benn pretty hard, and the one against Mike McCallum, when frankly I thought Toney was beaten. Ben, what do you think would happen if Toney did go in?
Well, I think obviously styles make fights. It's very difficult to see it. I think on Chris Eubank, a fairly good chance.
Interesting. Thornton, the champion's back behind the wheel in this round.
He hits the ropes and he's putting his punches together. He can't afford to lose rounds like that.
Thornton liked the strongly to take the eye of the judges. Toney knows about that too. No doubt about it, Toney has won this round big. Promoting here had his way. These lead to some fighters who were a long way behind, taking risks.
That's right, I agree with that.
Interestingly, in one of Thornton's fights for the USPA title against Doug DeWitt, and won the USPA championship. That was early on in Thornton's career. I don't like that idea either, do you?
I don't. I'm looking at trying to do that now.
What happens if a boxer gets seriously hurt in the extra round? Who answers the question? Thornton with a good right over the top. Work to do though, and the corner must know it. Oh, left hook was a cruncher from Toney. That's had Thornton in a bit of trouble. Now he's breaking through. Big shots from the champion. Bad moments for Thornton. Oh, how there did Thornton. And he's in the States.
He certainly is. He took some very good shots there, and another big looping right.
Some heavy punishment in this 9th round. He doesn't want to take too much more.
Thornton still an iron will. He doesn't want to give.
Of course, Toney will find it a bit dispiriting that Thornton is still coming forward at him and still throwing leather himself, and he's come back well, hasn't he?
He has. That can break a man's spirit when you hit a guy with your best shot and he still fights back. It's very hard. But Toney again loading up with.
Still good.
But then also, I think Toney showed a little bit of combinations, and I think he could have went a little bit more to no effect. He just bided his time a little bit.
At 33, you would think this is the last chance saloon for Tony Thornton. Just occasionally takes a breather and then comes in deference to... Oh, again, Toney moving into top.
He's a very exciting fighter when he's at his best. Again.
Look at Thornton. This impression, he looks as if he's got other gears to me, that he does into some sort of overdrive, and in little cameos he can look.
He looks very good when he lets them shots go. But at times he gets a little bit too casual or lazy, and he doesn't do the work that I think he's capable of. We're seeing him here nice and loose, picking out that left jab.
Inside the last half minute of the round, Thornton has got to start, and he's putting up a very creditable performance. He's landing with punches. But Toney fighting Glasgow, I know he outworked you back that night, but there you go. 11th round here. Toney, the champion, in the black trunks. Thornton in the white. And what a good challenge. He's Toney work hard.
He is. We can see Thornton is not giving an inch. He's got coming back every.
Those sharp little right hand.
Because he's now looking for a big right hand and big left hooks.
And it's before the main event, Morrison and Michael Bent. With nothing but credit from this effort. But truth to tell, he's finding too much class for him.
That's right. I believe in this fight, Toney's boxed a little bit within himself. I think there's enough, to win and to look.
Well, I think we saw how much there is to James Toney the night he beat Michael Nunn. That was a terrific performance, and he was really of boxing in the last decade. And here he's going to work on Thornton. Half minute of round 11. Toney, we believe,
and outspeeded throughout it.
And Toney 8 points ahead here. Of course, boxing scoring is such an eccentric of how the judges assist. Does now Toney.
Yes, he's looking to plant his feet a little bit now. Solid shots. Performance. He's carried on going.
If James Toney was using that unbeaten record of his. Now in his first defense at super middleweight, and will he move up to light heavy, I wonder?
Could be. He does seem to be the fighter that has the power and the boxing ability that goes along with it.
Still doing as late as this last round. A hill he has to climb now.
I would agree with that, but Toney
appreciate that point as well. Typically honest effort from the well-respected Tony Thornton. But he's gliding home to another inside the last. Thornton has never looked in any serious danger, really, of not ending the fight on his feet.
Toney.